floor is open to everyone. Thanks very much.
I'm Ian Allinson in Unite. I wanted to say something as well about one of the other divisions that they're trying to make to get all the tax on us through, which is this public sector, private sector division. Because every time we've had public sector workers taking action, you know, you get the press full of all the stories about the gold-plated pensions and so on, and they must think we're stupid. I mean, the idea that if, you know, a nurse gets her pay frozen, somehow that's going to help my pay, or that if a load of civil servants are going to get made redundant, that's going to make my job redundant. It is just obviously not the case, because the more that they can drive down terms for people in the public sector, the more confident every private sector employer is going to feel to have a go as well. You know, and I think we have to just keep going back to why we have that common interest between public sector and private sector workers, because you start thinking about it. The company I work for, more than half the work is actually supplying the public sector. So every time there's cuts, guess what? It impacts on us in the private sector pretty directly as well. Then you look at the fact that we all rely on the services provided by people in the public sector, whether it's the schools or the health service or, you know, all of the others. And there's this myth, isn't there, about the welfare benefits as well, because so many people are on such bad pay that there's people, you know, millions of people in work who are dependent on state benefits to subsidise the bad employers who are paying poverty wages that aren't enough even to make ends meet. So I think this issue of the coordinated action is one we've got to take up, not just in terms of the public sector, but, you know, if there's action taking place, why can't we coordinate action between all the people who've got a gripe in the private sector, and pretty much everybody has, and the people in the public sector who've got a gripe? Because that's the way we're going to be most powerful, that's the way people are going to feel most confident, and that's the way I think we can defeat the government.